not sure if you ever worked with Office forms. Not my favorite, but can become quite handy in some cases. Have you ever tried to create a survey? Yeah, SurveyMonkey, or the other solutions, it doesn't really matter. Anyway, Microsoft's solution to create surveys and quizzes or online exam or things like that is Office Forms. It's very easy to use, it's extremely handy, and you can make it available anonymously. So basically you can have a survey, send the link to people, and people can simply go there and anonymously fill the survey and submit the results to you. And you will get all these results in an Excel sheet to process. And also it has something like a UI that gives you some statistics and an overview of the submitted results. So pretty much it's an extremely handy tool. It's very flexible to design forms and surveys. This is not the course that I want to teach you how to use Office forms. On the other side, I want to show you how you can use your Office form as a trigger. So basically, we want to use Office forms to create a decent form that people can go there, they can submit the results directly to Flow. And then Flow will pick it up and does whatever it's supposed to do, pretty much like our traditional triggers that you could push a button. Here now with forms, you give them a fairly complex form with lots of other options that you don't get it in the Flow manual trigger, and Flow will take care of it. So people submit the form and it fires the Flow, and from that moment on, everything else that you learned till this moment will continue. Now, let's have a quick review on Office forms and see the features and the capabilities in case you are not familiar with it. And then we go straight to Power Automate and we create a flow that captures the submitted values from form and acts on it. Let's get into it. So let's start with a quick review on Office forms. We start by logging into Office forms, we create a form, we submit the form and examine the results. So we can make sure everybody's on the same page when we start capturing the results from the forms using Power Automate Flow. Assuming that you have Office license, if you log into forms.office.com, you will be greeted with a page like this. And if I click on Create a New Form, it gives me the option to create a form, and I can add questions and responses. So let me start by giving this form a title. I would say Power Automate Demo Form. You may have a description, but it's optional. It doesn't really matter. If you want to upload a picture, by all means, go for it. So you can get it from OneDrive, or you can just upload it. Well, this is a hawk that was landing on my backyard fence, which is a good one for this example. Now it's time to add questions. I can click on Add a New Question. It can be choice, text, rating, date, or whatever else, and there are a few more. At the moment, I start with text, and I would say, please enter your name. And the prompt is going to be enter your answer. And I may want to allow anonymous, so I do not set it as required, although I can do that. So if I make it as required, users cannot submit the form unless this field has a value in it. Please enter your name. I'm happy with that. I add another one. I would say, give me a choice, which is fine. The question 2 is going to be, how old are you? And the option 1 is going to be under 18. Option 2 is going to be 18 to 25. I may add another option, 25 to 45, and another option above 25. Got it. And I can also give the option to allow multiple answers. I don't, I just want one answer for this question. And I add another question, which is going to be maybe text. And this question is going to be, in which city do you live? And I also want to give it an open answer. You may or may not allow long answer. Long answer means that user can enter multiple lines of text. And if I disable it, it allows only one line. And it is automatically saved. So I have this questionnaire, very simple, and with 3 questions. If I click on the Responses tab, you will see the responses that have been submitted till now. And if you want to share it with someone, you can click on, okay, got it. Click on Share, and there are multiple options. One of the options is just to get the link and take care of it. The other option is create a QR code of this hyperlink. So you can just, if you want to put it, for example, on a business card or whatever, you may have an embedded form, so you can put it in a web page, or you may want to directly email it from here. At the moment, I just get a copy of the link and I want to open it in another tab. So let me just paste it here, and it opens the form the way that the client should see it. So I can submit the form. I would say, Ali Reza, how old are you? Above 25. We made a mistake here. It doesn't really matter. In which city do you live? Mississauga. And I click on Submit. Great. Thanks. Your response was submitted. I can submit another response, or I'm done. If I go back to the forms now, if I click on Responses, let me just refresh it. You will see there is one response submitted. You can see the average time complete and all those activity status. Of course, if someone else comes to the form and I click on Submit another form, I would say, John. Imagine John is 18 years old and he lives in Toronto. And I click on Submit, and you have the second submission. And the same way we can check the responses, that now we have 2 responses here. All these responses are accessible in Excel. So if I click on Open in Excel, and I click on the file to open it, this is the downloaded file, and it contains all the information for this form. Of course, it captures my background information because apparently I've logged into this application. So all good. So in this quick demo, we saw how we can log into Office Forms, how we can create a form, and how we can submit form and examine the results. Of course, there is a lot more you can do. If you just click on Forms and it brings me to home page, you can create a new form, or you can create a quiz. Quiz is slightly different, but regardless, all the results are captured the same way. And if you click on Responses, you will see all the submissions for this form, which is not what is important for us. You may go through all the fancy stuff that forms can do for you, but when it comes to our work, we should be able to capture these responses directly from forms and bring it into our flow and work with them, which is going to be the subject of our next lecture.